Hello again. It's time for Leslie's DIY. And today, one thing that I'll be making is I wanted to concentrate on Mother's Day. And what I've done here is I've made a lemon hand scrub. And it's homemade bath salt is what the little label says. I got both of these off of Pinterest, and I will try to link it in the description box. I'm not sure if I can or not, but the recipe and the labels are on Pinterest. And like I said, I will try. I don't know how to do that yet, so I will learn. Anyway, so all I'm going to do is obviously I'm going to fill a jar up, a clean jar, up with the salts. And this is I just use regular sugar, but you could use like pure cane sugar, something that's more coarse. But I just use regular sugar, what I had on hand. And I only made half of the recipe because I didn't have enough sugar even. So, but this is sugar, some oil. I used coconut oil. I think the recipe calls for grapeseed oil, some other kind of oil, I don't remember. And then some essential oil. So I used lemon essential oil. I like lemon. And I was skeptical about this at first. And so I thought, well, I'm going to try it. And it feels so good. I like my hands. I did it. I scrubbed with it. And I love it. I mean, I'm doing it right now because I like it so much. But it is so pretty in the jar. And then all I'm going to do after I wipe my hands off, because I have that all over me again, and I need to have clean hands when I put this label on here. So I did the label, printed off labels. It comes in a sheet. You can, if you want to make a whole lot of it. And you can use a smaller jar, like a 4-ounce jar or like a jelly jar or something, but that's how the labels print. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this to the lid. I'm just using some school glue. You can use whatever glue you like, of course, whatever glue you want to use. And then I'll probably will Mod Podge the top. I cut my label out, and it's fine. I might put some jute around it to kind of clean up my rough edges, because I did cut it out instead of. But this actually works, the school glue. I can spread it on here and it will dry white. If you've ever used it before, it will dry white and it will be just fine. And I probably need to turn on my plug in my glue gun to be able to attach this. I'm going to try this real quick and see if I can get it to stick with the school glue. Let's just see if this works. I believe it's working. Ta-da! Probably because this is very lightweight and it is very, very saturated with the school glue. So there's that. And I will attach a little bow there, but I will have to turn on my glue gun for that to attach the bow. Or actually, no, I don't have to. I have this Beacon's Fabric Tack glue. This is great glue. I love this glue. So I'll make a bow. You have a few minutes with this Fabric Tack glue to play with before it actually sets up. So I'm making the little bow to go on the lid. just a regular, like a shoestring bow. I'm going to attach that right there where our jute twine met. And I'm going to trim these off pretty short because I don't want it to get in the way of closing the jar. That would be kind of aggravating, annoying. So I'm going to set this aside for right now. So we have that done, and then I'm going to decorate this because I have to put my touch on it. And I thought to pull in the black with the on the label, I would use both this black baker's twine and the yellow. And I'm going to just take off a bunch of it. And then I'm just going to wrap. And I'm just going to wrap and wrap. Not where the ring goes, obviously, but I'm just going to wrap it around and wrap it around. And then I'm going to tie it off. This is something that you can make for Mother's Day. A handmade gift, a homemade gift for your mom. And then we'll add the lid and the ring. Say like that. That's what I do not want to happen. So I'm going to trim that a little bit more. Just make sure that that bow on the lid, if you do it like this, does not get in that ring because it will cause it to dry out. So we'll do that and put the lid on, and there you have a beautiful homemade gift for your mother that she can use on her hands. Because women's hands, as we know, they're hardworking. Not that men's aren't, but we like ours to be soft. So there it is. And you can add any embellishments that you want. In fact, in the final show, once this dries and I put it together and everything, there might be a little bit more on here, but we'll see. Thank you, and have another idea coming up. Sticking with our Mother's Day theme, I found this at the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to take this off. I'm going to remove this so that I can paint this part of the frame. This is like chalkboard. Sorry, I'm out of camera. And I've got these letters, these wooden letters, Mom, I'm going to paint. And 2 hearts. And I think I got the letters. I think I got the letters from Walmart, and I got the hearts from no, I'm sorry. I got the hearts from the Dollar Tree. First thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to paint the frame. I'm going to paint it this ivory chalk paint color. Ivory. I don't know if when I fix this, if I show it upside down or not. So I'm just going to show you both. So this is one that I didn't put the hole in. But just a simple craft you can do for Mom. Homemade craft. And homemade. It's simple. Doesn't take long, and it's very easy to do. Anyone can do this. I mean, anything. If I can do it, anyone can do it. So I'm just going to paint this, well, ivory. It's not really turning out the way I wanted it to. I'm not really loving how it's looking. So I might just cover this with chalk paint just to get a first coat on, and I actually might use what I was going to use for the accent color. I might actually use for the frame. My husband's mother's favorite color is blue, so I was going to use this blue from, it's called Blue Bonnet from Apple Barrel, Walmart. It's like 50 cents. So I may use that. and make the accent color the ivory, because I'm not loving the way this is looking. But I do like to use chalk paint as the base paint because it just, as you know, if you've ever used chalk paint before, it covers, and I'm probably out of camera again, sorry about that. It covers so well and it dries so fast. It's just so wonderful to work with. I love chalk paint. I even like the chalk paint that I make. I just love chalk paint. So, this is who I'm making this for. I'm making this for my husband's mother, my mother-in-law. So, yeah, I'm just not loving the way that it's looking, so. I think I'll paint these little dudes. I'll paint them with the ivory. And I'll paint the mom. Oh, I'm probably out of camera again. I'm so sorry. I get to go in and I've slips my mind. And the other M. My chalk paint's almost dry right now. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I'm in there now. Okay, so we've got that. While those are drying, I'll add some blue to that frame. Yeah, I don't like the way that looks. It's too stark, I guess would be the right word. I want it to have a little bit more color than that. And it'll take 2 coats, even with the chalk paint underneath, with the acrylic to cover this. And like I've said before, I'm not gonna bore you with my painting because I think we all know how to paint. And so I will stop this video, and then when I come back, I'll have it all painted. It'll be painted, it'll be dried, and it'll be ready to go. So our portrait chalkboard is dry, and now I'm going to add the embellishments. And you can use hot glue to do this, or you can use what I'm using, fabric tack glue. I really like the fabric tack glue better than a glue gun, actually. And then I have some ribbon here to make a bow to go on it. And I thought I would put the, I'm not going to use this many ribbons, but I thought I would put the bow on the bottom, and then have Mom in here. I'm sorry, I was going to put Mom up top. And then I have this pen. It's a white permanent marker, and I was going to, Mom, Happy Mother's Day, or you're the best, or whatever you want to say to your mom. And that would be personal to her, or, you know, just a Happy Mother's Day. Or so I'm going to glue Mom down. Glue Mom down. That didn't sound very good. I'm going to glue the word Mom down in place. And then I have the little hearts. I'm going to glue them on either side of Mom. And you have a little bit of time to work with when you use this fabric tack glue. That's one thing I like about it. It adheres to everything. It's not just for fabric. It does work on fabric though, but I like it because it adheres everything, and you have a few minutes to work with it. So if you put it somewhere where you don't necessarily like it, you have time to change it. It's not like with glue, the hot glue gun, where it's like, oh no, I put it down and it's already dried 2 seconds later. And you either have to pull it up, or, and you know, maybe redo something, or you have to just live with whatever it was that you did. So I like that part of it, the fabric tack glue. And I just Googled it to find it. I forget where. I think I might have bought that off of Amazon, perhaps. I'm not really sure right now. I don't remember, but you can get it, you know, anywhere. Also, for the ribbon, I've got some of this ticking fabric, and I'm going to just, all I'm going to do with the ribbon is just layer it. One piece of ticking, one piece of lace. I'll trim this off. It's a little long. Still a little long. And I like that. I like the tattered edges. It gives it a nice country look, which I love. And then one of the burlap. I think I got the ticking fabric from Joann's. This and this, both of these, I believe, came from Temu. I don't know how to say it, but whatever the correct pronunciation of that is, I'm not sure, but that's where I got that. And I like to get things from, I'm sorry, I'm doing this wrong because I'm talking. So I'm going to try 3 of each at first. So I'm going to do 3 of those, 3 of the, and I just dropped it, it's okay. 3 of the lace, and then 3 of the burlap. I like this burlap. It's really cool. I like the way that looks. That was 2. See, I'm talking again. I can't talk and do this at the same time. So I have that, 3 of those, and then I need 3 of the burlap. I'm sorry, the jute. Having trouble talking today. And then 3 of the jute. I almost said burlap again. And I'm going to take a tie, and I'm going to tie it. I think it's plenty big enough, I believe. I might have to, probably going to have to trim it even more. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to tie it off. Yeah, it's going to need to be trimmed, I believe. Put it in a big knot back there, and then, like I said, I was going to put the bow right here. I'm not sure. Let me put it on there and see what I think after I glue it on. Put that on there. So I'm just going to take some fabric tack glue and glue this on. And a generous amount. And it does take, like I said, it does take this glue a little longer to set up. So you do have to hold it. And you do have to wait for it to dry. And I'm not sure if I need to cut this off or trim it some or not. I'm not real sure about that. So I'm going to hold this here to dry and look at it and decide if I need to come on. I think I put the glue in the wrong place. I think that was the problem. It was me, of course. So there we have a nice chalkboard where you can write, and you can write in chalk, or I'm gonna use a permanent marker to write Mom, we love you, Happy Mother's Day. And but you know, you can use chalk so that this could be, you know, something that she could write a list on if she wanted to, because this is just going to hang up on the wall for her if she wants it to, and that way she can use it the way she wants to use it. And it could be something that she can use all the time to keep track of, maybe a shopping list or something. I know most of us usually put it on our phones, but I'm kind of old-fashioned. I still put mine on paper. I like the paper, so. And then, Mom, we love you. Just dot my letters a little bit, just to make them a little extra fancy. I don't care if some of them don't dot. Happy Mother's Day. I love hearts. Hearts are my favorite. And there, like I said, you can use chalk. I like to use this permanent because I just like it to be something that she can use, something she can look at and see a message from us. She can see that forever, so that's why I did that. And I hope that this goes through these little holes here again. And I don't think it's going to for me. I think I'm going to have to get some tape for that to get it back in there. Come on. I like when part of it goes in. It's so wonderful when just a little bit of it goes in, but not all of it. Well, I went to get some tape. It was the only thing I forgot to get for this project was some tape, so I could get these little boogers through here. Gotta love the jute. I love jute. I really do. I love jute. It's one of my favorite things to craft with. But when you're trying to get the twine through a small space, not loving it so much. I want to take this time right now to thank you for subscribing, if you have. watching the video, taking the time out of your day to be with me. I would like to ask you, if you haven't subscribed, you like what you see, please subscribe, and so you'll always get a video from me. Plus, it helps my channel to grow, and that way I can continue to do these crafts. Also, I'd like to take this time to thank you, like I said, for your time, because if you've watched any of my videos before, I normally mention time because it is our most precious gift. One of our most precious gifts, I should say. So I will, and I want to take the time to thank you for sharing your time with me, because it is so valuable. It's one of the most, love and health, or to others, think they're equal. But right now you're spending your time with me, and I would just like to thank you for that. And I will be back with the hand scrub that we made, and I will be back with this, and maybe it might be trimmed, it might not, I don't know. Here's the plaque, all finished. Did not have to trim the bow at all. It looks really pretty hanging up. It looks a lot different hanging up than it did laying flat. So that's one of the Mother's Day gifts that we made. I hope you like it. I think it's really cute. And here they are together, our hand scrub and our sign we made for Mom. I think this is really pretty. It's homemade, handmade, and it would be a very special gift to Mom for Mother's Day this year. Or if she has a birthday, you could do one for Mother's Day, one for her birthday. And also, I'd like to thank you for your time today. And also, if any of the things that I make, if you just like to watch the videos but you're not a crafter and you would like to have these, you can contact me via my email, put it in the description box, and or through YouTube, whichever way you prefer, and we can work out a price and where to ship it and things like that. So if you're interested in any of the products that I make, I will be happy to let you purchase them and ship them to you. I appreciate your time. God bless you. God bless your week. I hope that you are having the best day ever, and happy Sunday. Bye. See you next time.